Story number 1. Sanguine Residues. In the calm hamlet of Hollowbrook, nestled among the dense foliage of ancient trees, a small crew of cleaners diligently worked in the shadows to obliterate traces of humanity's most sinister moments. Emily, a seasoned professional with an unyielding demeanor concealing the terrors she faced daily, was among them. Little did she anticipate that their next task would thrust her perilously close to the edge of reason. The genesis unfolded on a crisp October night when an urgent call reverberated through the muted hallways of the diminutive cleaning agency. The police required their expertise at a time-worn mansion ominously situated on the town's outskirts. Abandoned for years and rumored to be cursed, this mansion held a clandestine secret that promised to rupture the facade of logic. Upon reaching the dilapidated mansion, Emily and her team encountered a stifling ambiance, clinging to the air like a dense fog. The police briefed them on a horrifying murder, suicide, etched into the crumbling walls of the mansion. The family, once inhabitants, seemingly succumbed to an inexplicable madness, leaving behind a tableau of terror. Proceeding cautiously, the team entered the mansion, their flashlights casting erratic beams against the encroaching darkness. The air reeked of decay and despair, every step morphing into an agonizing descent into the heart of the macabre. As they approached the crime scene, Emily's eyes widened in a blend of shock and disbelief. The walls adorned with cryptic symbols drawn in what seemed to be blood-formed and intricate pattern pulsating with malevolent energy. The crime scene itself defied description, a grotesque manifestation of madness that transcended the limits of reason. The family's bodies grotesquely arranged, limbs contorted in unnatural angles, eyes wide open in a silent scream, painted a horrifying picture.
Yet, the most unsettling revelation was the blood-scrawled message across the floor, sending shivers down Emily's spine. He watches through their eyes.
Their efforts to cleanse the crime scene were met with resistance from the mansion itself. Shadows danced at the edges of their vision, and the air grew colder with each passing moment. Whispers echoed through the halls, bearing the tormented voices of the departed. Emily sensed an unseen malevolence, a force observing their every move. As they meticulously purged the crime scene, Emily became increasingly aware of an otherworldly entity feeding on the darkness left in the tragedy's wake. The mansion seemed alive, pulsating with an ancient evil, seeking to consume all who dared enter. Days turned into nights, the team tirelessly battling to expunge the horror. Yet, the malevolent force intensified, manifesting in disturbing visions that haunted their dreams. Emily, once composed and unshakable, teetered on the brink of madness. Upon completing the cleansing, Emily couldn't shake the feeling that they had merely scraped the surface of a darkness transcending physical boundary. The mansion, silent and foreboding, held secrets buried deep within its haunted walls, anticipating the arrival of the next unsuspecting soul to unveil the horrors within. Story number 2, Reflective Shadow. In the drowsy hamlet of Ravenshade, a centenarian mansion stood abandoned, wrapped in an aura of ominous mystery. Whispers circulated about the mansion's curse as its former residents vanished without a trace. Unaware of the impending terror, a group of paranormal investigators, led by the intrepid doctor, Victoria Harrow, embarked on an exploration of this enigmatic property, unraveling a horror that blurred the boundaries of the living and the dead. Equipped with advanced gadgets, the investigators, armed with a thirst for the supernatural, entered the dimly lit foyer where the air thickened and an unsettling chill gripped the atmosphere. Undeterred, the team pressed on, eager to unlock the concealed mysteries. Their journey led them to a room adorned with an opulent antique mirror exuding an unsettling energy. Dr. Harrow, drawn to its eerie allure, couldn't resist gazing at her own reflection. As she did, the surroundings faded, replaced by a ghastly scene from the past. In the mirror's reflection, Dr. Harrow witnessed a distorted version of the mansion, immersed in shadows and inhabited by spectral figures. A spectral family traversed the decaying halls, eyes vacant, faces contorted in eternal agony. Whispers filled the air, divulging long-forgotten secrets of the mansion. Terrified, Dr. Harrow attempted to avert her gaze, but an unseen force held her captive. The mirror fed on her fear, distorting reality with each passing moment, unaware of Dr. Harrow's trance, the investigators continued their exploration, oblivious to the mirror weaving a malevolent tapestry bridging the realms of the living and the dead. Struggling against the spectral grip, Dr. Harrow noticed an ancient tome on a nearby table. Its pages unveiled the mansion's dark history, a family's ill-fated attempt to communicate with the afterlife through a cursed mirror, inadvertently trapping their souls in a nightmarish purgatory. Desperate to break free, Dr. Harrow summoned the investigators. Upon hearing her distress, they rushed to her aid. Together, they attempted a ritual to sever the mirror's connection to the spectral realm, and the mirror retaliated, unleashing supernatural energy that engulfed the room. Reality warped, merging the present with the spectral past. The investigators found themselves face to face with tormented spirits trapped within the mirror. The spectral family reached out, wailing voices resonating in the minds of the living. In a final act of defiance, Dr. Harrow shattered the cursed mirror. Shards scattered, spectral figures dissipating, their cries fading into the ether. The mansion, devoid of its supernatural influence, stood silent once more. Fleeing the mansion, the investigators couldn't shake the feeling that the mirror's malevolence lingered. Dr. Harrow, forever altered, carried the haunting knowledge that some reflections are best left undisturbed. Beyond the glass lies a realm where the boundaries between the living and the dead blur into an eternal nightmare. Story number 3, The Enchanted Sonata. In the charming village of Willowbrook, an ancient music box emporium, nestled at the town's edge, was a subject of local lore. The shop belonged to Edgar Thorne, an eccentric musician known for crafting captivating music boxes. When Thorne mysteriously vanished, leaving the shop abandoned, villagers whispered about malevolent spirits claiming him. Drawn to the supernatural allure, a group of friends decided to spend a night in the eerie shop, unwittingly stepping into a symphony of terror. Led by the adventurous Sarah, the friends entered the dimly lit shop, heavy with the scent of aged wood and forgotten melodies. Dust-covered music boxes adorned shelves, each carrying an air of silent melancholy. Their eyes fixated on a grand, ornate music box, the room's center rumored to be Thorne's masterpiece. As the group marveled, Sarah couldn't resist winding up the delicate mechanism. The music box came to life, emitting a haunting melody that sent shivers down their spine. Unbeknownst to them, the tune was a composition crafted by Thorne during a trance-like state, channeling otherworldly inspiration. With each note, the temperature plummeted and an unseen presence thickened the air. The room plunged into darkness as the music box's lid snapped shut with an ominous click. The friends found themselves trapped in a spectral symphony orchestrated by malevolent spirits now inhabiting the shop. Ghostly figures emerged from the shadows, swaying to the haunting melody. Paralyzed with fear, the friends witnessed the spirits reliving tragic pasts, each note amplifying the pain etched into spectral faces. The once crafted tunes transformed into a cacophony of despair resonating through the desolate shop. Attempting escape, the friends stumbled through darkness, pursued by relentless echoes of the music box's haunting melody. Whispers filled the air, revealing tales of those who succumbed to the music box's curse over the years. Determined to break free, Sarah sought refuge in the shop's attic. There, she discovered a dusty journal belonging to Thorne, chronicling his descent into madness, obsessed with capturing voices of the dead through his compositions. Driven by desperation, Sarah played a counter-melody on a forgotten piano. Dissonant notes clashed with the spectral symphony, causing a violent surge of energy. The music box's lid flung open, releasing a deafening wail that echoed through the shop. Ghostly figures recoiled. The room returned to silence. The malevolent spirits dissipated, leaving behind the now silent music box. Sarah, exhausted but victorious, emerged from the attic to find her friends bewildered and shaken. As dawn broke, the friends fled the music box shop, forever haunted by chilling memories. Willowbrook, unaware of the supernatural events, regarded the shop with a mix of awe and trepidation. The village never realized the unholy symphony echoing within its walls. Story number 4, The Murmuring Hall. Nestled in the heart of an ancient city stood the grandeur of Blackthorn Manor, a witness to centuries of secrets, rumored to capture echoes of the past. The manor's walls held the voices of long-forgotten inhabitants who met tragic end. When a team of paranormal investigators decided to explore its concealed mysteries, they unwittingly opened a portal to a realm where the line between the living and the dead blurred into a nightmarish tapestry. Led by the determined Dr. Marcus Sterling, the investigators entered Blackthorn Manor armed with recording devices, ready to document supernatural phenomena. The air within felt heavy, as if the essence of the past clung to the wall. Navigating through dimly lit corridors and grand ballrooms, They searched for signs of the paranormal. Their investigation led them to the Whispering Gallery, a circular chamber adorned with faded murals and dusty chandeliers. At its center stood a spiral staircase, seemingly defying physics, spiraling endlessly upward into darkness. Positioned around the gallery, the team prepared to capture elusive whispers from beyond. Initiating asceents, the air within the Whispering Gallery shifted. Faint whispers like ethereal threads wove through the chamber. Dr. Sterling, excited yet wary, encouraged spirits to communicate. The air grew colder, and an otherworldly voice emerged from the shadows. The voice belonged to Lady Isabella Blackthorne, a tragic figure from the mansion's dark history. As her story unfolded, the investigators listened in horror to the tale of betrayal, madness, and an unspeakable ritual within the very chamber they stood. As Lady Blackthorne's spectral voice grew more desperate, the staircase pulsed with unnatural energy. Drawing them upward, they ascended into a realm beyond reality. Ghostly apparitions relived tragic events, guided by Lady Blackthorne through a nightmarish tableau, revealing the horror that befell her and the malevolent forces within the mansion. Suddenly, the investigators found themselves back in the Whispering Gallery, the staircase sealed behind them. Lady Blackthorne's voice faded, even an eerie silence. Forever changed, the investigators struggled to comprehend the reality of what they witnessed. Exiting Blackthorne Manor, the grand facade concealed dark secrets pulsing within its walls. The Whispering Gallery remained a forbidden gateway where the past bled into the present, binding the living to tormented echoes of those who met tragic fates within its haunted home. These tales remind us that within the realms of the mundane and the supernatural lies a thin veil separating the living from the dead, and sometimes that veil is lifted, revealing a nightmarish tapestry woven with the threads of forgotten horrors.